Hello fragrance friends and family, I'm Tommy with Studio Sense. Back in 1952, Count Hubert de Givenchy created a brand that is now known as simply Givenchy. Back then he created it specifically as a symbol for elegance and luxury. And I think he did a pretty good job of succeeding, because that's kind of what you think of when you think of the actual brand Givenchy and the actual products that represent that symbol. And today we're going to be talking about three of those fragrances for men that were released through the years. One was a relaunch in 2017. One is a release that's been around for a while, 2013, and the other one was released last year, part of the Gentleman Only line. We're going to take a look at those three, talk about them, that and more, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. The French house Givenchy is probably best known, at least in my estimation, for their rich, luxurious, sophisticated brand of men's fragrance. There are two lines that are indicative of that elegance, that sophistication and luxury that is Givenchy. Gentleman with a gentleman, and then Gentleman Only with an E, gentlemen with an E. So that's why the title of this video, kind of why I wanted to bring that up, to kind of clarify the difference. The Givenchy Gentleman Only fragrance that we're talking about today came out in 2013. Let's check out that presentation. Givenchy Gentleman Only was launched in 2013. It was created by Jean-Jacques, Francis Kurkdjian, and Takasago. The glass flagon itself is extremely elegant. There are no lines to be seen, which indicates really superb quality. It's a wonderful, elegant representation of a stately, sophisticated manner and deportment, and that is what's infused in the bottle. And we're going to look at that juice and see if in fact that follows suit. Birch leaf, green mandarin orange, nutmeg, and pink pepper in the top. It features patchouli, vetiver, and cedar in its heart, resting on a base of frankincense. It reminds me a little bit of the blue fragrances, Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum, Versace Dylan Blue, taking fragrant notes that typically are found in winter fragrances, and that's what they've done here. Atomizer is wonderful, sprays a goodly amount of juice. When I first smelled this, it made me think of a very sophisticated man in a gray suit, a really nice, crisp Italian style gray suit, and he's walking down the side of a busy street on his way to somewhere important. But wherever he's going, they have to wait on him before they can do anything, because he's the arbiter, he's the reason that they're even meeting. Perhaps he's the CEO of his own business, something along those lines. It has that sophisticated style and quality, and it also has that air of confidence and importance in your deportment or the way that you carry yourself. And that's the kind of person that I think wears or should wear this fragrance, or at least if you want to come off that way or come across that way. Because there's what, 8 notes in this fragrance? So you've got 8 notes representing a very deep, multi-layered, complex composition that it creates one fragrance. It creates one fragrance, and yet you can, if you take the time to, you can pick out the various components that create that fragrance. I would posit that this is actually wearable all year round. This has definitely got the earmarks of a signature scent. A signature scent is something that you should be able to wear in upscale environments as well as wear casually around the house. Also, a signature scent can't be corralled into a particular kind of weather. So this is an all-weather fragrance. Of course, it will shine in spring and summer because it does have more in common with blue fragrances than it does like gourmand or something like that. But again, nutmeg, frankincense, patchouli, all of those are used in those best deep, rich, complex winter fragrances that give it that multifaceted capability. So if you want to come off sophisticated, elegant, confident, and you want to have that in your walk, your talk, your deportment, Givenchy Gentleman Only is definitely for you. Back in 1974, we talked about how Givenchy Gentleman, M-A-N, was created, and they actually recreated it. And again, it is simply entitled Givenchy Gentleman. Let's check out that presentation. Givenchy Gentleman. This is a 50 ml bottle. It's an eau de toilette concentration. Of course, the presentation is exactly the same with a little bit of a difference. Now this one has a wide black band going across it. The eau de toilette is clear on the bottom and the eau de parfum is black. And that's how you distinguish the two, just in case you see the bottles and wonder which is which. Now, as I mentioned, this was relaunched in 2017. It had two master perfumers behind the creation of it. That is Olivier Cresp and Natalie Lorson. You've got pear and cardamom in the top. You've got iris and lavender in the heart. You've got patchouli, you've got leather and vanilla in the base. Now this one might be my favorite of the lighter side of Givenchy. Pear, I think, is an underutilized fragrant note, and I'm really looking forward to checking that out. So let's go ahead and check out that juice. Whoa. This one feels like you can actually control the spray amount to a degree, so that's kind of nice in that atomizer. Definitely my favorite so far of the lighter side of Givenchy. Givenchy Gentleman, the reimagining, we'll say, of the original. Pear is, you could say that fruits are playful, and that would be accurate, but pear is more of a sophisticated fruit. Like fig, it's more on the lines of, okay, I've got a little playful side, but for the most part, we're down to business, but in a sophisticated, elegant, appropriately stylized way. It's really, really nice. You got a mix of the cardamom, which makes it really lightly sweet, but also green, so a little bit on the green side. So it's not really green vegetal, it's not green herbal, but it's green sweet. Now the iris in Gentleman is very reminiscent of the iris in Dior Homme. One of my favorite ways of representing iris in a fragrance, because it's just on the edge of that makeup-y, lipsticky, but doesn't go over the edge. It's perfectly represented in this fragrance. And then to dry down, you get that caveat of patchouli, leather, and vanilla. Slightly resinous, but creamy. It checks all those boxes that you want a fragrance to check in terms of being masculine, being magnetic, being alluring. So it captures the attention of those around you. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. This is definitely going to get you attention in terms of turning heads. This to me is like the ultimate manly, masculine fragrance. It's really written into the DNA of the scent profile, and none represent that better than Givenchy Gentleman. Let's see, we've had 2013, we've had 2017, and now we're up to 2019. The 2019 release we're going to be talking about today by Givenchy is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. Let's check out that presentation. This isn't an eau de cologne, it's actually an eau de toilette concentration. Bottle is reminiscent of a tailored suit, beautiful looking presentation. Bergamot, lemon, rosemary in the top, iris in the heart, vetiver and musk in the base. So another simple scent profile. This one was designed to throw it on after you've come out of the shower, after you've fixed yourself up. Let's check out that juice. It differs a little bit in terms of the atomizer. You have a white aperture and then a silver atomizer. Yeah, really throws a good amount of juice out there. Wow. Oh man, it's so fresh. This one is almost minty fresh, to use an overused statement. So that combination of lemon and rosemary is very much like a peppermint kind of feel to it. Something that is staunch, something that is very eye-opening. So again, rolling right out of bed, spraying this on is enough to make you feel like you've showered, enough to make you feel like you've woke up. It's a refreshing, freshy. One of the notes that helps maintain the continuity of the Gentle Man line of Givenchy is iris. And iris is in all of their fragrances. It's in this one. Iris plays more of a supportive role. You can pick it out. It's more of a background player. And this fragrance is more about the green. So it's a very bright, very brisk, very fruity green fragrance. So you've got the vetiver and musk as a base. That's what you get when it dries down. That's the performance of this is based on that vetiver and that musk. Now the iris stays within the life of the fragrance. It doesn't go away, but again, it's still relegated to the background. It never really comes to the foreground. This has a really green, fresh vetiver. Vetiver is one of my favorite notes to see in a fragrance when it's used to help synergize the primary aspects of that fragrance DNA or profile. And that's what vetiver is doing in Givenchy Gentleman. That musk gives it a little bit of a heavy layer, and the vetiver is what lightens it up. I love a good green-blue fragrance, and this is a blue-green fragrance. Rosemary is the foreground player in this fragrance. The lemon is an adjunct to the rosemary, so they work in combination with each other to give kind of a fresh, almost spearmint type sensation. And of course, bergamot helps brighten that up quite a bit. Wow. So this is a super bright, fresh fragrance that nobody can't enjoy. It's mood altering, it's refreshing, it's attractive, and at the same time, extremely masculine. So again, all the earmarks of a signature scent. And that's what Givenchy is all about. They create in their fragrances the capability of representing you in all situations, all scenarios, and in all weather. Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. Don't let the name fool you. It's not an eau de cologne, it's an eau de toilette. It's a really nice, powerful presence about it. Now, out of the three that we've talked about today, this is the one that might suffer the most when it comes to longevity. Just because the brighter a fragrance is, the more citric a fragrance is. And when I say citric, I mean citruses of any kind, bergamot included. The less of a shelf life, the less of a longevity that they're gonna have. That's by no means a knock to this fragrance. It's not necessarily created to be a beast of longevity. You don't really want this to wear on forever. You want this to be a bright spot in your day. You know, when you spray it on for that 3 or 4, possibly 5 hours that you're wearing it, it's a bright spot in your day. It's positive demarcation in your daily routine and existence. Well, if you can't tell by now, I'm a big fan of Givenchy Gentleman and Gentlemen only. I hope you enjoy some of these yourselves. If you do, please let me know what your experience with these two Givenchy lines are like. And if you don't have them, I can't recommend them enough for the reasons that we discussed today. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video today. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.